Hi everyone. Do you know the safest and the most secure place on this planet that we all look for? Maybe throughout our life, we are looking for peace, happiness, unthreatened, peaceful zone. And that place, we all had lived there once. For almost 40 weeks we were there. I hope you could guess by now. It is the mother's womb. We all, the moment we are born, start looking for the same experience of peace that we had in the mother's womb. Maybe in the form of a good teacher, maybe in the form of a life partner, a friend. In various forms, we are looking for the same experience. We all carry in us a memory of that womb period. Consciously or unconsciously, this is happening with all of us. So when a child is separated from the mother and goes to school, he or she is looking for a second home, or in some cases, a better home. And of course, schools are made to prepare a child for a lifetime. If we take education as a triangle, the three important aspects of it, or segments that complete the triangle, they are parents, school and teachers, then students. All the three contribute immensely in the physical, mental, intellectual, psychological, emotional, spiritual development of a child. Let me tell you a story of a child. When he was 3 or 4 years old, he was taken to a fair, New York World's Fair. At the fair, he was so impressed by 2 exhibits that it changed his life forever. The first one, how the flashlight from a photoelectric cell created a crackling noise. And the second, the sound from a tuning fork became a wave on an oscilloscope. The child was so wonderstruck that he said, "This universe has so many wonders for me. I am surprised. How could sound become a picture and light become a noise?" This surprise, this exclamation was the starting point of his scientific pursuits. The same child, when he was 5 years old, his mother gave him a public library card. This boy had lots of questions about the universe, but he hardly got any satisfying answers. So he went to the library. He wanted a book about stars, and he could find it. When he read the book, see, this is the second turning point. He says, I realized for the first time in my life that the sun is a star, not very far from us. And the stars are suns, far away from us, twinkling like little points of light. This realization transformed him completely. He says, the scale of the universe opened up before me. And it was nothing less than, nothing short of a religious, spiritual experience. The grandeur of it never left me, he says. And this boy, no doubt, became one of the greatest astronomers, a great planetary scientist, astrophysicist, professor, and whatnot. None other than the American astronomer Carl Sagan. What is the education his parents gave him? Exposure. If parents can provide the right exposure to the child instead of imposing strict ideas on the child, provide the child with the propitious ambience, nurture the dormant, latent ideas in the child. Carl Sagan got his first education from home. One of the most significant influences in our life, when we look back, can definitely be one of the teachers who taught us either at school or college. There was a little boy who was less than a year old, and he lost his father in the First World War. His mother was partially deaf and illiterate. This boy, when he was admitted to school, was literally withdrawn and shy. He was keeping himself aloof from everything. One teacher, Louis Germain, changed this boy's life forever. That teacher fostered in him the potentials which would later make him very popular. At the age of 44, this boy, who grew up to be a very famous writer, won the Nobel Prize for Literature. And he became the second youngest person in the world to get Nobel Prize for Literature. He is none other than Albert Camus. What makes this story special is, soon after getting his Nobel Prize, he thanked two people. One, his beloved mother, and his school teacher, Louis Germain. In the letter that he wrote to his teacher, he wrote that I am still that same schoolboy. You believed in me. Your generous heart, your efforts, your work, everything that you invested in me, they still live in me. I embrace you with my whole heart. What a beautiful way of thanking a person who made the greatest impact in his life. Teachers affect eternity, there is a saying. In my career so far as a teacher, I have come across students with amazing potentials and talents. I personally believe that it is not only the teacher who inspires the children, children also inspire teachers. If I look back, I have a number of children who have, in some form or the other, in some way or the other, made me a better teacher and a better human being. I was working in one of the schools far from Bangalore, and I was teaching a drama, and I had given some work to the students to prepare a seminar based on the drama. And the day I walked into the classroom, I was stopped at the door by one of the students asking me very politely to wait. I was quite surprised. There was something in store for me in the classroom. So after waiting for a while, the student came out and told me, "Sir, now you can enter." So when I entered the classroom, I could see the same classroom magically transformed into the living room of one of the characters in the drama, Mrs. Pearson. And the child led me to my chair at the back of the classroom, where I was supposed to sit and watch the play in front of me, live. Dear friends, I can never forget that moment. I personally believe, as a teacher, I am less of a teacher and more of a learner. I am one among you in the collaborative learning process. This kind of experiences at every point of my career enriched me, made me look for better methods of reaching out to my highly talented students. I have come across philosophers, poets, painters, sports persons, people with great sense of humor, techno-savvy brains. What a diverse variety of talents. My children, if I have done something in my career as a teacher, I owe it to every one of you. Every time I walk into a classroom, I feel it is a new space. There is no place I felt more meditative than a classroom, where we all engage in a beautiful experiment that is called learning. Every time I walk into a classroom, I would say that it is a new place. Therefore, we can't walk into the same classroom twice. Today, being a very special day, celebrated as Teachers' Day, I would like to remember and thank all the teachers who have inspired me right from my school days. I would also like to thank my dear parents who are professionally teachers for kindling that spirit in me to look for higher truth in life. I would like to thank you all, my dear children, for inspiring me with your creativity and your talent, and above all, with your love and affection. I would always cherish this. Remember, school is a small world, but the world is a very big school. You may get less marks in an examination in the school, but remember, life is a very big examination. Walk and brave the challenges of life. Keep shining in life. Reach great heights. Even if you are broken with adversity in life, pick up from there. Learn to break yourself free from conditioning. Keep shining. Lead a bright life. Love you and all the best.